Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rakal Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who are teaching this truth. And the Shachiakim that's out there on the four corners of the earth proclaiming this truth. As you know, there's movement now of the U.S. military ships moving in towards Syria again over alleged chemical weapons attack, which we know that the White Helmets have staged this event, as Russia's been warning about it for some time, that they were going to stage an event to go into Syria. So while the whore, Babylon the Great, is making its move against Bashar al-Assad because he's winning in the Idleb province, Russia's also making its counter moves. And the last time the United States attacked Syria, only 2 or 3 of them Tomahawk missiles actually made their targets and didn't really destroy much, but Donald Trump said that it was successful. And so you got this distraction of the Madden shooting. And, you know, again, you know, could be crisis actors, could be a whole staged event. Considering that it's Jacksonville, it probably is a staged event, but nonetheless, though, it's a believable story because, you know, you take a look at the, you know, the PlayStation 3 stores. Remember when those came out and then somebody committed suicide over that? And somebody else got stabbed over it, you know, just because they wanted to get one for Christmas, you know. So, you know, the story is believable, you know. I mean, fucking, you know, these Edomites, man, they do dumb shit. But, yeah, they're even showing that it's actually Jake who supposedly did the shooting. Again, you know, all distractions from the bigger picture that they're making the moves on Syria, and eventually it's a war with Iran, as Chris Green has been projecting for a long time. So, you know, and this whole place, Babylon the Great, America, has been based upon fuckery, you know. Everything here is stolen, and yet they're going to say that, you know, you're illegal. They're going to say that, you know, that, you know, you don't pay your rent or whatever, you know, that they have a right to pretty much shut you down. You know, and you've got private security that pretty much run everything because of the homeless situation, because you can't, if you can't pay your bills, you get booted out. But yet this land was never theirs to begin with, you know. You know, we're past that. This land is your land, this land is my land. Bullshit. You know, the songs that you were made to sing when you were growing up in this bullshit place called America. Babylon the Great. So, anyhow, I'm going to read out of Habakkuk chapter 2, because I think this is the time and the place for it. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what shall answer when I am reproved. And that's what we're trying now. We're trying to be reproved and refined and, you know, brought back into this. And the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. We're in that time period now. But at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry, and that's what's happening now. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. You know? Well, who is it that's not right? Well, Esau, the so-called white man. Yeah, he also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. Talking about the Edomites. Neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell and as at death, and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. And that's what's happening now. You know, they're pretty much trying to take over Syria. They've already put in a puppet government in Ukraine. They've, you know, they've destroyed country after country. You know, they destroyed Libya. That's another one. Yemen, they're destroying constantly. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increases that which is not his? How long, and to him that ladeth himself with thick clay? You know, and they're taking a parable against Esau. You know, Russia's being a guard unto these places, and they're starting to stand up to these Edomites and say, no, man, we don't want you here. Even Iraq is starting to take a parable up against Esau. Shall they not rise up suddenly, that shall bite thee, and awake, that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be booties unto them? Yeah, they're going to take and spoil from this place. Eventually, they're going to fire their 200 million nuclear missiles. All the countries will be. Because thou hast spoiled many nations, and the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for fire, for the violence of the land and of the city, and all that dwell therein. And again, it's talking about America, Babylon the Great. Woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. Again, who sets his nest on high? It's talking about the Edomites, so-called white man. Donald Trump, that proud and stout president, going to make America great again. Thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and have sinned against thy soul. For the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establisheth a city by iniquity. And what's that talking about? This place, Babylon the Great. It was built upon the fuckery of others. And how did the so-called white man come to power here to begin with? He made a treaty, and he broke that treaty time and time again. That's how he came. He came in peaceably, but then he destroyed many. Behold, it is not of the power of the hosts that the people shall labor in the very fire, and the people shall weary themselves for very vanity. For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of Yahweh, as the waters cover the sea. And that's what's happening now. This word of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai Ba'Hashem Rukal Kadash, this word's getting out there, man. You got great millstone everywhere, as well as others now teaching in the name of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai Ba'Hashem Rukal Kadash, teaching the new song. For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the power, as the waters cover the sea. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink. Thou puttest a bottle to him, and make him drunken, that mayest look on their nakedness. And what's that talking about? Well, all these philosophies, especially Christianity, all these other philosophies, they're not working. Thou art filled with shame for glory, drunk thou also, and let thy forsaken be uncovered. And that's what's happening now. I mean, you can see all these pedophiles being brought to trial within the church. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. For the violence of Lebanon shall cover thee, and the spoils of beasts which maketh them afraid, because of men's blood, for the violence of the land of the city, and all that dwell therein. And that's pretty much what happened, when they had taken us down. Now the shame is everywhere. What profiteth graven image, that the maker thereof hath graven it? The molded image, and a teacher of lies, and the marker of his work trusted therein to make dumb idols. Like Caesar Borgia over there in Rio de Janeiro. And that thing's been struck by lightning so many times, and I can't wait till that whole thing is destroyed. Because that idol's everywhere. And it's been a stumbling block unto our people. Because that's not the true biblical image of Hamashiach. That's not Yahweh Shai. Woe unto him that saith to the wood, awake, to the dumb stone, arise, it shall teach. Behold, it is laid over with gold and silver, and there is no breath at all in the midst of it. But the Lord in his holy temple, let all the earth keep silence before him. And again, that's what's happening, is this third temple is being built. The house of David, and we're standing on the street corners, and we're teaching this truth, and we're just edifying the elect. That's what we are to do, is edify the elect, edify each other while we still can, while we can still come out here. So hopefully, a trip goes through this time. I'm not going to listen to private security try to tell me that the bus ain't coming no more. That I guess just wasn't meant to be last weekend. But hopefully I'll get down to San Francisco this weekend. Because it'd be my first time being with brothers. I just been doing this. I'm the main one here in Redding doing this. I'm the only one in Redding actually doing this. And this new song, it really cuts on Esau because he hasn't heard it yet. you know. But he's now hearing it, and it doesn't look so good for him. So I hope this has been edifying, and like everything else, though, keep on prophesying while we still can. Until next time, Shalom. Barakatah.